Anyone who has watched a cop movie probably already knows the Miranda warning. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you. This notification is given by law enforcement to suspects in custody. It's meant to let them know they have the option to refrain from answering questions or giving information to the officers. While the warning is required before custodial interrogation regarding a crime, there are some exceptions to the Miranda rule. It's important to understand when the warning isn't required, so that you'll know whether or not your rights were violated. A criminal defense attorney may be able to help you if your statement was used and the officer didn't read you your Miranda rights before you gave the information. The Miranda warning gives a suspect the option to refrain from answering an officer's questions. Officers are allowed to ask identifying questions, like name and address, without issuing the warning. Other exceptions exist where the warning isn't required, such as an undercover investigation or a public safety issue. If you believe your Miranda rights were violated, it's imperative that you speak with a criminal defense attorney for more information. If you waive your Miranda rights and provide information to an officer, anything you say could count as evidence against you. In some cases, even an officer providing misinformation is permissible if the suspect has waived their rights by choosing to provide information in response. You are always free to waive your Miranda rights, but it's not recommended unless an attorney has specifically advised you to do so. Many people think that they can escape penalties for their crimes if they're arrested without being read their Miranda rights. This isn't necessarily true, but the prosecutor can't use your statements as evidence against you in court if the officer failed to read you the warning before you gave the information. As mentioned, if an officer doesn't read you your rights or doesn't do so in a timely fashion, it won't mean your case is automatically dismissed. However, it will most likely benefit you if you work with an attorney who identifies the issue and responds in the right way. If you believe an officer violated your rights, it's important to speak with an attorney as soon as possible. They can help you determine whether any of your statements are inadmissible as evidence. While there's no guarantee that the case will turn out the way you want it to, working with a legal professional is the best way to maximize your odds of a favorable outcome. If you were arrested and believe your Miranda rights were violated by law enforcement, speaking with a criminal defense attorney is essential. They can help you determine whether or not the officer was in the wrong and what the next best step is to take. Call the Jackson White Criminal Law Team at 480-745-1639 to discuss your case today.